20% shot. We posted that today. Oh, I can be happy. I can watch Kanye hit his cross map shot.
Well,
I think that's the Kanye episode. Let's take the Kanye. Yeah, it's a Kanye episode.
so the Game Awards just ended, and here we are.
Yeah.
So, just going top to bottom. Game of the Year, The Last of Us Part 2. I mean, it seemed like that was the obvious choice that was going to win. I
Right.
personally would have voted for Hades, but
we all knew that.
I would have personally voted for
But
Hades. I think The Last of Us Part 2
the
story was too over the place in order to be
over
winning. It was a great game, but
it's a great game, but overall it doesn't win because the story is so mixed. Where I don't feel like a game can win Game of the Year if half the community hates the game.
yeah. But I mean, it was kind of designed with that in mind.
Right.
Like,
so I get that. So it shouldn't win Game of the Year. It should win Best Graphic Design and Best Music Design.
And here's my controversial statement over The Last of Us Part 2. I love the way they killed off Joel. I love the way they killed him off.
Oh, I hated that.
There was no other way. There was no other way to kill him off than just an unnecessarily brutal way.
Right, I'm okay with that, but there should have been a little bit more lead up as opposed to look, he's gone.
I think that was the most Last of Us ending to Joel's life that it could have been.
Yeah, I wish there was more. Like, I make the parallel to King's Quest of you had this last scene with him before the grandpa dies. Spoiler alert, it's on my channel. And right before he dies, he has this last scene where he's like, "This is my last adventure, spending time with you. And in the morning, we'll make chocolate chip pancakes." And then he dies. Well, he dies later that day.
Well, right.
But I'm okay how Joel went out. There just should have been this lead up. And you look at
I kind of like the shock value in it. I kind of liked
the shock, but there should have been more to the scene. I'm okay with the scene just happening, but there should have been another 30 seconds of the scene.
Yeah.
Maybe another minute, couple minutes, of this. Is this really gonna happen? This better not happen. I mean, you look at who was the other dude? I don't remember his name. The dude that likes the other girl.
Jesse?
The one who you go with.
Jesse?
Yeah, who just randomly dies out of nowhere.
Hey man, that's just the way the story goes. That's just the way that this life goes. Is that just blink of an eye, boom.
You don't do that to a main character like that.
And we'll agree to disagree on that.
I'm okay with the scene happening that way. What they should have done is they should have tied it all together and just Ellie gets to see him 15 seconds afterwards. So Abby runs out of the room and she says her final goodbye while he's already dead. The thing is we never see him again.
Yeah.
It's kind of just this, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it is.
Right, but it's not even goodbye. I'm gonna leave you here. There's not even just this well, sorry for you.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad. But yeah, Hades would have been great. Ghost, I think, just because Ghost, the same developer, won last year, so you know their game must be good this year. Of course, Among Us won a lot of stuff, and that's really no shocker.
Yeah, so Last of Us Part 2 Game of the Year, also Best Game Direction, also Best Narrative, also Best Audio Design, Innovation in Accessibility, and Best Action Adventure. Those were all the ones that The Last of Us Part 2 won.
See, and I'm okay with them winning half of that.
The innovation one was fine. The sound audio design was fine.
See, I don't think it should have won Best Story because it won Best Narrative Direction.
Yeah.
Because, to me, where you look at Ghost or any of the other games, it fits both of those roles, where The Last of Us only fits one of those.
Yeah.
Because, yes, it took a major direction on what they did. But was the story great? No.
Yeah.
no, it didn't have a good story, but the direction of what it went, I just wish you didn't play as Abby for 12 hours.
And that's another point to make.
I understand the fact of why they did that, but
well, it's the fact that you start playing as the character that you at that point have learned to absolutely hate, and it doesn't really do much to make you sympathize for that character. So at the end, you're like, I want to just kill this lady, and then you don't. It's like, well, wait, what?
And you're like, what?
And it's like, well, you didn't even give me the ending I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I understand how they like put the ending in and what it really meant.
Well,
but
yeah.
It's like, but really, you came. It's one thing if you left him earlier in the game and he said, "Okay, we're done now," but to then go again and then again and then again and then say, "No."
Yeah.
I like the person that commented and said that she doesn't have three. She has like 3 fingers on her hand now. She can't play the guitar, and it says play with her other hand. Like, yes. You know you could play a guitar left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep going. You had your list.
So, I mean, best art directions, the next one, Ghost of Tsushima. Fantastic choice.
That was good choice.
Fantastic choice.
I think Ghost should have won more than it did.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they were.
Yeah.
But only walking away with 1 award seems wrong.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Like, if it won 2, at least then you're tied with Among Us. Really what it felt like is Among Us is better than Ghost.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Right, but that's what it kind of seemed like because there really was no pump for Ghost at all.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
I think for as good as a game that it was, even though I've never played it, I haven't played any of these games listed except for Among Us. So I'm only going off of other people and their expertise. Like, I don't know how good Hades is, but David says Hades is good, which means Hades must be somewhat good. So it must be good.
Yeah, Hades is really good.
So,
I mean, it was my vote for Game of the Year. Hades was my vote.
Yeah.
Ghost would have been my second choice. I guess The Last of Us would have been my third choice. Oh no, Doom would have been my third choice, then The Last of Us, then Final Fantasy, then Animal Crossing.
And I'm glad Final Fantasy walked away with something.
Final Fantasy took away, what, 2 as well? Best score in music and best role playing, yeah.
I thought best score in music went to The Last of Us.
No, best score in music went to Final Fantasy. Audio design went to The Last of Us.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Best ongoing was No Man's Sky. I love that one.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky winning that one. Considering how terrible the game was received at launch and how much they actually fixed it, like that was what the awards for. Like, hey, you didn't quite get this right the first time, but you got it right now.
Yeah, I saw like a YouTube video on it, and it was like No Man's Sky when it first came out, and they're like, "This is awful."
Yeah.
And then it's like, now it's an amazing game.
Yeah.
So, Hades walked away with a couple stuff.
Hades walked away with best indie and then best action, which I didn't think it was going to win best action.
Action. That was good.
I thought for sure Doom was going to win best action. Doom didn't win.
Action.
Doom didn't win anything.
Right, which is hard, but it's like competing in different. It's like if you're the Chicago Blackhawks or the Dallas Stars, yeah, you're competing against Vegas and you're competing against Tampa Bay, and they're better than you. Except this year, but it was better than Chicago. But some of these NHL teams, they're great, but there's better. But Doom is better than almost any of the games that got awards here.
Yeah. I mean that's the sad part. That's the sad part of being like, you know, the third best game of the year is that there's 2 games in front of you.
Right. And the thing with Doom is it's like they didn't win any awards, but that's still a superb game that's top quality. And that could win, like if that was an indie game, it would win best indie game. It would win best something. But because there are these other games better than you.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that The Last of Us didn't win the Player's Choice. Oh, I guess Ghost did win.
Ghost did win Player's Choice, so players got that one right.
Yeah.
So at that point, best performance, Laura Bailey as Abby.
I like how Player's Choice only got one other award.
Yeah.
I guess it's wrong. Whoever it is. Yeah. But yeah, keep going.
Best performance, Laura Bailey as Abby.
And see, the hard thing with that is she did a good job filling the role of Abby, but whoever
and it's not
Abby.
The performance of Abby was fantastic. It's the actual writing of the character Abby that I have my questions with.
Right. So the character, the person herself playing Abby was fine, but because she was portrayed as this antagonist the entire time, and then you have to play the antagonist, and everybody hated the character of Abby. Therefore, nobody liked the person.
And maybe that was the design. Maybe that was the purpose. And I personally, obviously, if it were going to be a Last of Us character, I would have thought Ashley Johnson would have gotten it as Ellie.
Right, and I think one thing that Ashley did really well is she plays. I think one thing that set her apart is she was in the first game, and she did just as good. Even though people hated the story, she found a way to be just as good.
Yeah.
So even if the games dropped and everybody hated it, she stayed the same.
Yeah.
So I think that's because she created that first game. I think if Abby was in the first game, there might be a little bit of a different kind of feel to that.
Yeah. So that was that one. Game for Impact, tell me why. I don't really know anything about it. I'm not going to say it. Just looking at it, I was like, that was probably going to be the one that wins.
Right, and I haven't heard of any of
them. Best mobile.
David might pretty soon play the game winner 3 years ago, Life is Strange.
Oh, yeah.
4 years ago? It won it 1 year.
Whenever it won, yeah.
Yeah, and then it got second. The second game got like second in when it came out. Because I lost to some other game.
Yeah. Best mobile, we all knew this was coming. Among Us. Best community support, Fall Guys.
It was a
very good one.
Community support, that game was amazing. For the 2 months or whatever it lasted, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Best VR, AR, Half-Life, Alex. I'm glad Half-Life won something. Innovation and accessibility, Last of Us. Best action, Hades, we talked about that one.
Yeah, that was good.
The action in Hades is really good. Like I've been sucked into the game. I've played Hades for easily over 20 hours, and I'm still just as sucked in as I was the very first time.
Do it on his channel.
The part that Hades that got me sucked in was it's like
play it on his channel.
The part with Hades that got me was like, "Hey, here's the game. Go play." And I was like, "Wait, what? There's no tutorial. I'm dead. Oh gosh." Like it was like you better learn or you're gonna drown. I was like, I don't want to drown, so okay.
And that's a completely different play style that actually sometimes is enjoyable.
Oh yeah. Oh, the very first time I beat Hades and actually beat the final boss. Oh my gosh, I felt so good. And then I went and did it. And then I went and did it a second time immediately after it.
Is that the one you did at like midnight?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've officially beat Hades now? Or are you still...
No, I'm not even close to beating it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You should do it on his channel. Any other thing that we're missing?
She's close to melting, so she needs a David intervention.
Best role-playing, Final Fantasy. Best fighting,
Mortal
Kombat 11.
That was easy.
Yeah. Best family, Animal Crossing.
I'm glad Animal Crossing won something.
Yeah. Best sim or strategy, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That one threw me off.
I figured it was gonna win. I would have liked to see Crusaders Kings. Desperados or Gears.
Or the Doom game. Doom or not Doom. What was it called?
Gears.
Gears.
Yeah.
I've heard that one was really good.
Yeah. Chimera Squad is on there as well. I didn't think Chimera Squad was gonna win, but it was just nice to see it.
Chimera Squad was so not gonna win that.
It was just nice to see it.
Yeah.
Best Sports and Racing, Tony Hawk. Very nice.
That was good.
Best Multiplayer, Among Us.
Pretty easy.
Content Creator of the Year, Valkyrie.
That one, debatable, but they were all good.
Let's say Content Creator you can argue about every day, all day, every day.
Yeah.
Best Debut Game, Phasmophobia.
Okay, that's right.
One of the easiest ones.
Oh, that's right. It was all the other ones.
And then now we're at all esports. So the esports athlete, Showmaker, coach was Ionic. Esports event was League of Legends Championship.
I saw that one.
Esports game, League of Legends.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Esports team, the G2 Esports.
That play League of Legends?
I believe, the League of Legends team. Yeah. And then player's voice, Ghost of Tsushima. That's everything.
Well, could have been better, but...
I didn't like the fact that the show was like, hey, here's the awards, and here's like 8 things now. Okay, bye. We start at 6. It's like, wait, what?
6. No, we'll do it 5:30.
Yeah, it threw me off. I didn't like how it started. I like how it ended. I liked the game of the year. I like how it ended with the music for every single game.
That was good.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic. I love that.
That was a great direction they took there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was an excellent idea.
Woo.
Woo.